For this week's submission, I decided to deviate from the medium of crayons and do a poem. I just felt called to write today. Poetry is my favorite artistic form of artistic expression, um, and I was just feeling called to express this age with a poem. Um, doesn't have a title, and I'll go ahead and read it and then kind of give some commentary about my process. Plunge into your first pool, frigid water jolting from your toes to your head, ecstatic and curious, but no one's fool. Fantastical realms just before bed. The smell of dew at the same golf course, but each time a revelation anew. Graceful golfing with no force. Don't grow up, child. Don't lose your fire. Don't become mild. Don't let them turn you into a liar. Be guided only by the tune of the lyre, like you've always done. You will wrestle demons and slay dragons. But today you know nothing of those. Surf the magic carpet that belongs to Aladdin. The finch is your friend, and you have no foes. Your kindness will be mistaken as weak, your curiosity thought of a waste. Never neuter yourself and become meek. God will always give you grace. The world knows not of your fire that burns bright. Anything we don't know gives us a fright. These people are not villains in your story. Just keep lighting flames and live for his glory. So, as it's probably apparent in the poem, um, this was a poem that I felt like writing my former version of myself, my 4 to 7 year old version of myself, knowing what I know now. And I really wanted to incorporate the themes of innocence and of exploration and the burgeoning um, enchantment of the world to children of this age. They're moving out of their kind of egocentric, dominated um, awareness of the world, now being able to find beauty in things outside of themselves, engage with the world, participate with it. And, this was as much kind of me calling on my former self and kind of replacing myself in that era as it is recognizing the wisdom that this child has, that I'm calling on to return and to um, basically give it permission to express itself and to be a part of me. And you know, like the line, "You will wrestle demons and slay dragons, but today you know nothing of those." Um, as we grow up, we encounter heartbreak, um, rejection, trauma, alienation, all of the shadows of ourselves and of other people. And that can, if it's not integrated properly, it can act as a kind of a tool of repression of this wonder and this enchantment and this beauty of the world because we start seeing the world as only the shadows and not the light. And when we're children, we're not aware uh, of that yet. Um, and I, you know, I wanted to call on um, that version of myself that is just engrossed in the world and fascinated by the world, and the smallest um, bird or uh, the taste of a pancake um, can leave me grinning from ear to ear. And yeah, I really felt that as I was writing, that I was really communicating with this part. And I was giving it space to breathe. And I felt like I was, in some sense, inhabiting it as I was writing, because as I was writing, I was open to what was going to come next, and really just allowing what wanted to be said without real, um, trepidation about that. So yeah, and I think that's the beauty of these art journals is like in the process of doing it, we are inhabiting the best qualities of the age that we are trying to communicate about. So, um, forgive me for not using crayons this week. I'll hopefully be back to what we're supposed to be doing next week. But thank you for listening.